Shout out to all you guys that are here right now in the building on Father's Day. We got 70 feet. We got 25 people. I thought I saw 70, but 25 people in the building already here on Father's Day or Father's Night. I guess you've already celebrated Father's Day already. Shout out to all you dads. We're going to have a drink in hand on you for all that you deal with through the infancy years. All you dads out there that had dealt with the infancy years, all those preteen years, those adolescent years when they were young, all those years of puberty that you dealt with, Dad, I commend you. All those dads that had to endure the teenage years, you made it through. As well as you fathers, I commend you fathers out there that actually made it through the post-teenage years when you thought it was all over. When they hit 18, 19, oh no, the party had just begun as a father. All you fathers that were disciplinarians and all you fathers that were wise sages that gave great advice. Shout out to all you guys tonight, as well as you fathers who are actually have become grand in your endeavors. You're no longer just a father, you're a grandfather. Shout out to you guys out there. Appreciate all that you have done for the community, the community. Statistics shows that Black fathers are the best parents in the United States. I'll say that again. They've already done surveys over the last couple of years, and Black male fathers do just as good as two-parent household in the white community. Yes, not even a white mother and father is doing better than you as a parent, including all you single dads that are raising your kids. Shout out to you guys, and I'm glad that you guys are here with us. Let me get that out of the way. Let's end with that one.
I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with me.
But hey, you already know I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Like I said, we got a great topic tonight. Some of you guys often wonder, why does Andre wear suits on his show when he's living in another country and he's in Colombia? Is he trying to be like our brother who passed on, rest in peace, St. Kevin Samuels? Is he trying to be another Kevin Samuels? I'm going to tell you the story. Even though we're going to be talking about Corey Holcomb and the Black movement of us people of color that are slowly but surely moving to different areas, whether it be the African diaspora, meaning other countries that are more Black dominant or has a large Black population, or we're going to other places such as our brother Corey Holcomb, who has decided that he's not only going to be leaving the United States in the next few years, he's so sincere, he's already chosen his country, and he said he's going to be zooming to Thailand. So we're going to hear it directly from the horse's mouth. This is not a rumor. This is not a farce. And he's going to explain why he chose Thailand and why he didn't choose the African diaspora. We're going to hear from Corey today in regards to what he has to say in regards to that, because he did a interview on, well, he talked about this on his show. And we're going to talk about the future of Corey's show, the 5150. What are they going to do if Corey is in Thailand? How are they going to run the show? We're going to talk about that. But back to the topic at hand, what I was talking about earlier. Why is it that I wear suits all the time? There are times where you see me without suits, but most of the time you guys see me, I'm kind of suited and booted before I give these shout outs. There's a reason. One Saturday afternoon, and some of you guys have heard this story, when I was a college recruiter, I was a college academic recruiter for 20 years prior to moving to Colombia. So when it comes to colleges across the country, there's quite a bit that I know, from the financial aid department to the enrollment process to college tours to college fairs. I was the guy that was out there at the college fair handing out the pamphlets, telling guys about our programs and our schools, whatever it may be. I've done it all when it comes to recruiting on the academic scale. I didn't do college sports recruiting, but I did academic recruiting. So if you were smart, I was the guy come seeing your parents. One Saturday morning, I had a college fair. I was doing a scholarship. I created something called the Scholarship Pizza Party. So I will have the parents and the kids come on certain Saturdays, like twice a year. They will come to the campus for a pizza party, and I would show them how to fill out scholarship forms, because a lot of parents didn't know how to fill out the scholarship forms. And the number one reason why black men and young black women don't get scholarships is not because they're not academically able to get it. Number one reason why many of your sons and daughters don't get scholarships, they don't apply. And mom and dad don't know how to apply. So I'm doing scholarship workshops, right? And I came in a pair of jeans, because, you know, usually on Saturdays, that's why we dressed at the campus, just casual. Pair of jeans and a polo shirt. And my boss, who had trained me for 2 years, she told me, Andre, what are you doing and where are you going? Oh, I'm setting everything up for the college scholarship. And she said to me, she said, Andre, these families are about to spend over the next 2 to 4 years, maybe $60,000 to $200,000 on their young person's education. And the last thing they need for you to do is not take what they're about to do serious. And the way that you're dressed, you don't look like you're dressing like what needs to be done should be taken seriously. She said, since you don't live far from here, you got 30 minutes to get home, brand new shower, put on your cologne like you always do, get dressed, be back here at the campus. Go. I thought I was done being a recruiter. I really did. But then I started getting emails from men around the world that wanted to be recruited into relocating outside the United States, relocating out of the UK, relocating out of Austria, Switzerland, Sweden, Canada. So just like when I was a college recruiter, academic college recruiter in the States, I realized how important those young people, time and money is. That's why you guys see me suited and booted on this channel, Love Crossing Borders. Because for you guys that want to vacation in other countries for the first time or fifth time, and for some of you guys that want to relocate in the next 5 months, 5 years, or 15 years, somebody needs to take your dreams of going to see or relocate to other countries serious. It's not a game. Your time is not a game, and your money is not a game. So anytime you guys see me dressed like this, and I'm just giving you guys a heads up of how serious our brother Corey Holcomb is about zooming to Thailand, and how serious other black people are when it comes to relocating outside the United States. It's so serious. That's why you always see me suited. And no, I'm not wearing shorts under here. I got on slacks. I got on my socks, my dress socks, and quite often I have on my hard-toe shoes or my boots that zip up on the side. Because I remember Kevin Samuels. Now, this is one thing I did pick up from Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels didn't just have the suit on or the socks. You could hear Kevin Samuels when he would get up and go to his refrigerator for another Red Bull, and you could hear him with his hard-toed, wing-toed, or Oxford shoes on. So if Kevin Samuels could take you seriously, who the hell am I not to take my brothers and sisters seriously when it comes to your relocating? Shout out to our brother Corey. We're going to talk about that this evening. That's tonight's topic. Once again, we're doing a Father's and Grandfather's Day drink in hand. Normally, we don't do it on Sundays, but this Sunday, here's to you. Plus, it's a holiday in Colombia. You know, Colombia always got a holiday. There's a holiday Monday in Colombia. Remember this, guys. Colombia is one of the few countries that all holidays except for one must fall on a Monday. That's the law. So they always get a 3-day weekend. And the only months in which Colombians don't have a vacation is May and September. Yep, September. Other than that, there's at least 2 weekends every month throughout the year in which Colombians get a 3-day weekend. Shout out to Colombians for having 19 vacation days. Let's get ready with these shout outs. We got shout out music going. Let's get ready with these shout outs. Thank you guys in the beginning for the super chats and the cash apps. We got 73 people in the building. I like you. I really do. Make sure that you like us too by clicking that like button as well as supporting the channel. Thank you guys once again. Super chats, cash apps, any donations. Thank you guys for clicking the link above, becoming a part of the Patreon. I got some things that's coming down the turnpike for the Patreon that's not going on this channel. And now that we've hit the 50 member threshold of the YouTube channel, I'm going to start doing once a week live YouTube videos that are only for members only. So we're going to be talking about some step-by-step details. We're going to be talking about real estate, members only here in Colombia. How do you do it? How do you get storage? If you want to bring something over here in Colombia, do they have storage units? We're going to talk about all that. We're going to talk about, should I invest in businesses online, or should I just go ahead and buy a business or start a business there in South America? What should I do? We're going to be discussing those type of things, as well as all you guys that are wannabe content creators and YouTubers. And I've shown you guys my numbers several times. We're going to be talking about that in details in the membership. So if you're a member of this channel, and now that we hit the 50 member threshold, we're going to be doing some live streams at least once a week for you guys. Shout out to you guys being here. LJ, the Southern Vegan, is in here already out the gate. And my man, Black Nubian, them Canadian boys at it again.
I told this guy where I was from. He said,
Canada. Let's bring that back.
I told this guy where I was from. He said, Canada.
All right. Before I get into the next shout outs, the next shout out that's going out is to Spice Bomb. Let's see if we can get that. There we go. That's the cologne of the night. Spice Bomb Extreme. Great clubbing scent. Great. I wouldn't call this a sex scent. You know, I say some scents are great for having sex or going to sleep. This is a out and about, out in the day. It's a year-round cologne. Like I said, Spice Bomb is a great cologne. Spice Bomb Extreme is a great cologne. And hold on for a second. We've got, let me pull myself back up. The Spice Bomb Infrared is a good one too. Spice Bomb Infrared. So we've got the Spice Bomb Infrared and the Spice Bomb Extreme. The Spice Bomb Extreme is better than the other one. These are very, very, very masculine colognes. When they came out, they just, man, they were knocking Aventus off the number one spot for a minute. You can have your Creed Aventus. Guys were grabbing Spice Bomb Extreme like crazy when it came out. Spice Bomb Extreme was killing it. Sauvage killed it for a couple years. Creed Aventus killed it for a couple years. So these are great colognes for you guys to wear year round, any time of the day. You don't have to dress a particular way, but these are excellent. The Spice Bomb Extreme as well as the Infrared are excellent if you're going out and about clubbing, you're coming to Colombia, you're trying to get the ladies' attention, and you're not smelling like anybody else, but it smells so masculine. These are the ones. And I also have the link in the description for you guys to be able to check them out. Shout out to you guys being here. Let's scroll up a little bit. Let's scroll up, give some shout outs to the brethren that were here first. Like my man David Dice, the member himself, he said, here we go again. Another great episode. It's a bad habit. We're so used to having great episodes. And speaking of great episodes, once again, I'm going to pour my Father's Day drink for you guys. First of all, today, I don't care what you're drinking. If you're drinking along with me because it's Father and Grandfather's Day, we're not talking about all these single moms that's trying to pretend like they're fathers, because we all know as men, the descendants of mothers. Once again, I'll say this again. I am a man, and many of you are men that are descendants of a mother. And the one thing that we can tell our mother face to face is a lot that you can't say to your mama. But one thing you can say to your mama, mama, you raised a male. A good male, but it was impossible for you to make me a man. It took other men to do that. So all you fathers out there, here's to you for making men men, whether it was your own son or your volunteer in the community, or whether it was just some of us other men looking over at you and say, I want to be a man just like that guy. Shout out to you fathers out there. Let me pour the drink. The drink of the night is the last of this 25 years. It says 21 years on there. That's the 21. It means that this whiskey brandy has been sitting for 21 years. It's from Scotland. The bottle is about $400, and I've had it for almost 4.5 years. So let me open this up, and we are down to the bottom. And I saved this last bit that we've been drinking. Beautiful bottle, beautiful, right? A triangle bottle. I've been saving this last bit for Father's Day to celebrate with you guys. I'll be purchasing another one. I dropped the bottle, but I mean the box. But I'll be purchasing another bottle of this. And I've added a little lime into my ice. And once again, tonight's topic is about our brother Corey, he's so sincere about relocating outside the United States, and he gives thorough description of his why. Some of us don't know why we want to do it. We're just looking at what other people are doing. But Corey, he tells why he wants to do it. So here's to you dads out there, you granddads, you great granddads. Here's to all you brothers that volunteer in the communities, Boys and Girls Club, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, 100 Black Men. Lunch talk programs in your high schools, junior high schools, and elementaries. All you guys that volunteer who are volunteer lifeguards in the communities, to volunteer tutors, all you guys that help young men become better artists. Some of you guys sit back, you volunteer helping young people learn chess and checkers. Whatever it is that you do as a man that you've given back to the communities, here's to you. I saved a $400 25-year-old whiskey scotch for you guys. Salute. Salute, gentlemen. I love you guys. I really do. If people only realize how much volunteer work that I was doing, just like you guys in the United States, half the time that the most positive guys that I was meeting were other brothers that I would be meeting while I'm doing volunteer work. I kid you not. Some of the most positive brothers that I would meet these guys down at the city council meeting because we need to talk to the city council about some BS in Tampa. And I meet some cool brothers. I would volunteer at something at a junior high school, and guess what? Because they would allow me to come in and volunteer teach. Can you imagine me going in, volunteer teaching, Mr. 10 years in the feds, who they said would never be able to be a teacher? They're always constantly asking me to come in and volunteer, talk with the students, and keep them encouraged when it comes to their education once I became a college recruiter. That's how God works. Shout out once again to my man David Dice for the $5. He said, Andre, I'm going to do a consultation soon with you, my agent now. You're my agent now. Shout out to you as well. Anytime you guys need the consultations, just email me. If you guys who have the information, my email, aspence2011, drop the link. Just drop that link right there. Let me make sure I get that posted for you guys. Hope I put that up correctly. Oh, there we go. So now you see information for the Cash App Super Chats, but I want to send you this. So send me an email, guys, if you're interested in coming to South America. I put together packages, not just for Colombia, but also other countries. I literally break everything down. I know, the last guys were asking me about what's the best brothels in certain areas of Brazil. What is the best this? What is the best that? Where can I find hostels? Where can I find one group was like, yo, I'm into swinger world and I'm going to Peru, Andre. Let's see what you can do. No problem. I found out the best of the best of the best and was able to communicate and contact these places before I even share this information with the person. So I'm more thorough than I need to be when it comes to consultation. I can easily say that. Sometimes I'd be like, Andre, you are not somebody's secretary. You need to pull back the reins, man. You're giving out too much game. Pull back the reins. Shout out to you, brother. Anytime. So just reach out to me, gentlemen. So let's pull that out of the way and let's continue on with you, gentlemen. Ronan the chat, the traveler. I've always liked that name, Ronan. I kid you not. I always liked that name. I think Marvel had a character or something that kind of caught my eye. Hello, family. Keep doing your thing, bro. I appreciate that, brother. And my boy Abraham, countdown. I know you're on your way back here, Mr. Father of Many Nations. Blessings, fam, and blessings to you guys. I meant everything I said earlier. There is a clothing brand. Before we go any further, there's a clothing brand here. I want to share something with you. I'm going to share you guys a really heartfelt story of the blessing of my life, known as my wife, Andrea. I'm going to put this on the screen. There is a clothing brand here in Colombia called, and it's out of Bogota. A lot of times you guys wonder why you don't see Colombians wearing fashion brands or high luxury brands out of Europe. Unlike us in the United States, Colombians do have high value fashion brands, but they have their own. They have their own high value brands. This is one of them. I'm going to drop the link to this for you guys to check this out. This is in Colombia, as you can see. They have great accessories. His name is Mario Hernandez. That's the name of the brand. That's a nice bag. I ain't gonna lie. I like those slippers too, boy. There's a reason why I'm showing you guys this. So you got 400. Remember when I said when you're calculating Colombian money, take off the last 3 zeros and then divide by 4. So this wallet is $100 and something, right? And so you have their accessories. I'm going to drop, like I said, I'm going to drop the link into the description. There's a reason why I'm showing you guys this particular luxury brand. Very, very amazing brand. Some of you guys remember that I was married for put myself back on stage. So she got me the gift for being a stepdad for 14 years. I didn't even think about it. And so this is what she got me. And as you can see, the Mario Hernandez, the luxury brand. Let's see if that pulls into the camera. Let me see. There we go. And she knew that I needed one of these, a new wallet. We were talking about this the other day. And so she got your boy, the Mario Hernandez limited edition wallet. She got me a brand new wallet, really nice. And she knows me. I don't like them to be too big or too small. And this was once again, And I really like how they have their packaging as well. That's really nice, man. Really nice. I have that right up. Yeah, here we go. Really nice, showing all the different things that will let you know about Colombia. Like in the middle, you see the jaguar and all the things that have to do with the Amazon jungle and all the fruits that are that grow in Colombia. That's really cool how they did that. So shout out to Andrea and all the ladies out there that remembered you guys as fathers. Shout out to those ladies, whether you're married to them or not, but at least they acknowledge you. And shout out to Andrea for remember that I was a stepdad for 14 years, in which I never expected that. She had your boy ready to break down in tears. Shout out to Mrs. Spence. That's what you call a good woman, boy. That's a good woman. Let's scroll down a little further. Oh, no audio from my mic? Okay, let's see. Let's go right here. I don't know what's going on with my mic. Roadcaster, ABC 1 2 3. Maybe let me see if I muted myself. Can you guys hear me now? Put a 1 in the comment section if you can hear me now. No audio, still no audio. I'm back. It's good. Did you hear my Andrea testimony? Put a 1 in the comment section if you heard what I said about what Andrea did for me. All right. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Yeah, so you can't hear it, Tim. He said he caught the end of it. Okay, here we go. I'll tell the story. That was a luxury brand that I just showed you guys. Colombia, one of Colombia's luxury brands. That's why you don't see Colombians wearing Gucci and Fendi and things like that as much as we do in the United States, because United States, we gravitate towards more European luxury brands. Well, Colombia has several of their own luxury brands, as well as many of you guys know. You say I cut off after married 4. Okay. Many of you knew that I was married for 14 years. I was a stepdad for 14 years, in other words. And so at the end of the day, Andrea remembered that I was a stepdad. And she walked in and said, "Happy Father's Day." And I'm like, what are you talking about? She said, "Andre, you were somebody's father for 14 years. You invested into somebody else's family. You raised their kids from adolescence all the way through college." And so this is what Andre got me. Andre got me a brand new wallet that I was just showing you guys. And I'm gonna drop the link to that brand again. Andre just gave me a brand new wallet that I needed as a gift out of appreciation for being the man that I was in the States for 14 years. You ain't gonna find nobody in the States that's gonna help you celebrate all the years that you invested in somebody else's. So here's to good women who support us good men out there. Yeah, if he said if you wore a hat, you could complete the Mr. Biggs. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to you, Timothy. We're about to get started with we got 101 people in here. We're about to get started with the videos. I don't want to hold you guys up. I really don't. But I want to just say celebration to all you guys that are fathers. Do not have me here drinking alone. Do not have me here drinking alone. Shout out to Love W in the building. Glad that you're here. As well as, let me scroll down a little bit. Happy Father's Day to Dave as well. And happy Father's Day not only to you biological dads, but also to you stepdads that are out there or former stepdads. If you've invested time, shout out to the dream himself. Corey should just end the show and retire in Thailand. He's getting there, above and beyond and forever. He said, "Evening, brothers. Happy Father's Day." Happy Father's Day to you guys out there as well. And my man Big Cap is out there. He said, Andre, he said, that's Cap. Salute. Oh, Cap. Okay, thanks. Mr. Tim Howard of the Howard family, shout out to you being here as well. Let me change the music for us, guys, and we're going to get started on this video. Let me change this music for us. And let's get started on this video in regards to our brother Corey Holcomb. Add to this.
I don't know how long I'm going to be in motherfucking America. I ain't even going to lie. I know a lot of people who are not in America and doing real good working in America. You know.
Don't let that slide by. Corey just said, I know a lot of people that don't live in America, but are doing very well working for America. In other words, working for American companies or have your own company, whether it be online. A lot of us are examples of that. Theo Wolf is a perfect example of a brother that has lived in Japan, lived in Europe, yet he's all American and has tried his best to make others be successful to where you can live anywhere you want to and still make American dollars. So Corey is 100% correct. Let's go back to finish. And I'm going to bring that beat back that you guys hear what Corey said again.
Man, I don't know how long I'm going to be in motherfucking America. I ain't even going to lie. I know a lot of people who are not in America and doing real good working in America. You know somebody like that?
And a lot of people.
How we gonna do the 51 show? 51 show, you ain't in America.
This shit finna be remote.
You can be underground. You can go underground.
Finna be remote.
Now, y'all heard what he just said? How are you gonna do 5150? This is going to be remote. So you can, like me, I'm remote. Zoom to Thailand, he's remote. Check in Effect, Ace Live, Tailor Made Dreams, Chocolate Man in Thailand, and a bunch of Passport Sisters. They are successful, making good money. I'm going to say this again. I want to emphasize on this. We are not in other countries struggling. We are not sitting back with our last $2-3 hoping that somehow, some way, everything go come in place. It's not like that. Actually, it's the opposite. Once you leave the United States and you're no longer living that keeping up with the Joneses, it will amaze you how much money you save and or invest. Hint, hint, invest. So once again, I'm going to take this back to the beginning. I'm going to shut my mouth and let us enjoy our brother Corey.
Man, I don't know how long I'm gonna be in motherfucking America. I ain't even gonna lie. I know a lot of people who are not in America and doing real good working in America. You know somebody like that?
And a lot of people.
How we gonna do the 51 show? 51 show, you ain't in America.
This shit finna be remote.
You can be underground. You can go underground.
Finna be remote. Because them people are gathering information and intel about things they said, and I know they know.
What country we going to?
I don't know where we going, but we finna get, ain't nothing here. I said this about 5 years ago.
Yes, you can. You can drive right back up and
When we was at the studio over there in Van Nuys area, I said, ain't nothing here for black people no more. There's nothing here for you. There's nothing here. There's no jobs you can work that will help you get afloat unless you motherfucking preaching the sucker shit.
We're going to pause it right there. We're going to come to the next portion of the video. Remember, this is set up part 1 and part 2. Remember, this particular episode is part 1 is Corey letting us know that he's serious about leaving for Thailand. Remember, he just said, I've been kind of talk about this for 5 years. He just said that. So this is not something that he'd not already thought about. Corey's kids are older. He has a great relationship with his son, but he doesn't have a good relationship with his daughter. He's done all the child support thing. He doesn't have a wife connecting him to the States. Corey has always been a traveler across the country anyway. And then on other episodes, I've already heard him say, well, I did a show in Iceland and I did a show over here and I did a show over there. So Corey has traveled the world already. So we're not talking about a brother that's never done anything or hasn't been anywhere. If anybody I could see traveling with passport bro-ish behavior, meaning that taking advantage of and learning about new cultures and getting the best of bang for his buck for his money, is Corey Holcomb, because that's all. As a comedian, that's all you do is travel. That's all you do is travel. Remember when Anthony Anderson, the comedian, television star, when he went through his multi-million-dollar divorce after being married to his wife forever and a day, what did he do? Got his passport, traveled to the motherland. And so we're going to talk about and listen part 2. Why is it that other Americans, Black Americans, are finally leaving? So we're going to go to listen to some brothers and sisters. Then we're going to go back to Corey. Then we're going to listen to some brothers and sisters, and we're going to go back to Corey. So we're going to hear Corey throughout the whole night, giving great details on why he's made this decision. And it may encourage some of you guys to get off the fence and decide whether you want to stay in the States or whether you want to eventually relocate. Let's continue on.
A wave of African Americans are choosing to move to the African continent.
We begin this hour with the story of an African country opening its arms to Black Americans.
There are 5,000 Black Americans who've already gone back to Ghana because they don't feel comfortable here.
I feel much more connected.
That the nation has the hospitality is second to none.
Sanchez weeps. This is her homecoming.
When you see them people, they look just like your family.
I was like, whoa, this is nothing like they told us.
It was amazing.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct.
I was living what people would consider the American dream. I was educated, professional, had friends. I was a socialite, but I never felt safe.
She was constantly looking over her shoulder.
My immediate thought all the time was, oh my gosh, what if a police officer pulls me over? Am I going to be physically safe? Am I going to...
Pause for a second. I want you guys to do me a favor in regards to this particular video portion of the video. I want you to kind of like, don't get too caught up on the location that they're going to and the fact that they're going. Focus on the fact of the why that they're giving. One sister just told, I'm 56 years old. I'm a Black woman driving down the street in my car that I paid for. 6 police officers pull me over, handcuff me, and tell me the car that I paid for, that I know it's my car, at the age of 56, they cuff me and tell me my vehicle is stolen. She says 2 months later, she left. Another sister just told the story of no matter what you do, you're in the rat race. And I'm going to tell you something. For all you guys that think that, well, I'm retired now, so I'm not in the rat race. You're in the rat race of keeping up with the Joneses. Okay. Half you ex-military guys, do you not realize much of your money is going to be dedicated to keeping up with the Joneses if you stay in the States? You bought that because, hey, my boy got one and I like that, so let me go and get that. Keeping up with the Joneses. Some of you, some of the expensive shoes that you purchased, keeping up with the Joneses. Some of you I got my gold chains, nothing wrong with those things. But a lot of us purchase those chains to keep up with the Joneses. So even if you're a retiree or ex-military, or you got a pension, or you got money stacked, a lot of us lose a chunk of that because we're keeping up with the Joneses. And that also includes, when it comes to keeping up with the Joneses, now you're being taxed up on tax. What do I mean? What do you mean, Andre? I'm in the military. I got 100% benefits. I don't pay taxes. But when you go to that gas station, aren't you being taxed? What about when you sit down at that grocery store with your military benefits? When you go to the grocery store, do they not add taxes again at the grocery store? What about when you go to a restaurant? Mr. Ex-military, Mr. Ex-pension, I don't pay taxes. Do you not, when they give you that bill at the restaurant, are you not getting, oh, yo, that's what I thought. What about you, Mr. Ex-military? You went to Walmart and got you a nice little white polo shirt, or you went to another store and you got your pair of slacks. When you got to that counter, did they not tax you again? So all you guys that think that I'm just talking about you being taxed on your wages, but I'm retired, therefore I don't get taxed. You're keeping up with the Joneses, A, and you're paying taxes as you purchase to keep up with the Joneses. Then when you purchase something like a new vehicle, are you not paying taxes on that? Yeah. They said that vehicle was $40,000, but with taxes it's 45, 46, 43. That's what the sister is saying. Even you retired guys are not getting the bang for your buck that you deserve. I said that last part on purpose. You deserve. You guys were in the military for a reason. Put your lives on the line. You deserve to get a bang for your retirement benefits. Some of you guys worked for factories, foundries, warehouses, stressed out, working 10, 15-hour days. Some of you guys worked at different mills, paper mill, grain mills. Some of us we worked in Chrysler, Ford, and GM, got burn marks all over our body to show it. You deserve to get a bang for your buck. So when you hear Americans complain about you going to another country with your dollars, I've earned the right to get a bang for the buck of my dollar. You've earned it. And speaking of Father's Day, some of you fathers, it says that in the United States right now, it takes almost $300,000 to raise a child from 0 to 18 years old. $300,000. Do you not realize that you've earned the right to get a bang for your buck once your child is old enough to where you can spend most of your proceeds on yourself? You deserve to get a bang for your buck, Dad. You just paid $300,000 to get that child from 0 to 18. So if anybody in the United States complain about Dad is leaving, he's going to another country to get a bang for his buck. Well, Dad deserved it. He's earned it after $300,000. How much more should he have to pay? How much more should moms have to pay? Shout out to the Passport Sisters. So these episodes of don't get caught up. My point in saying this and interrupting this part, don't get caught up on the location of them going to Africa, because Black people, there's a huge pool of Black people going to Portugal and Europe, going to Spain and going to Italy, just like your brothers and sisters going to Africa. There is a giant group of us going to South America. We all know that. But the reasons tend to be the same. A lot of us don't feel safe, and we feel like things are getting worse when it comes to our safety. I'm so glad, man. Every time I hear a police siren down here in South America and I'm driving, not one time have I looked in my rearview mirror thinking that they're coming after me. Every single time till the day that I left in the United States, I always felt if the police officers are behind me, what if I turn a corner? Will they turn again? And sometimes I would test them and I would turn that corner and then all of a sudden they turn behind me. Okay, let me make another left just to validate if they're following me. And then they make a left. So there are times I would just pull over before they even pulled over. What do you want? And then they try to edge you on to get you with an attitude. Well, what's wrong with you? I'm a man. I'm a Black man in the United States. What do you think what's wrong with me? You look edgy, sir. I was born on the edge, sir. Put your hands behind your back. I feel threatened. And you guys are trying to convince us to come back to that I just described? You're trying to convince that sister to come back to the States after that I just described? And I've never felt that driving in South America. This is not even my home country. It will be soon. I'll have my full citizenship. And I feel safer, like these other people are saying, in another country on another continent than in my own country. So once again, let's not get caught up on the location that these people are going to, but let's listen to why they're leaving and the results that they're receiving once they relocate. Shout out to you guys in the building. And thank you guys for the super chats and the cash apps. And make sure you click that like button. We got 178 people in here.
As Black Americans, we're starting to come to the realization of our place in America. We're coming to understand that America was really never meant for us to be there as free people.
In a sense, that's why you left America. It's to reclaim yourself.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you know there are countries where you can buy a house and when you buy it, it's your house? You don't pay every year and monthly on it. You own it. It's your land. You have been fooled into thinking this is the place for you. I hope that what I'm saying now will ignite people to research different places in the world. You don't have to give up your citizenship here all the way.
Absolutely. Let's pause that right there before she goes any further. Corey was right. You don't have a lot of countries such as Colombia, such as others. You can have dual citizenship, so you don't have to feel like it's just you. Shout out to my man Discerning Dash. He says, Andre, I thought you were leaving Colombia for Europe. We're actually going to Europe again, so we got to do recon. We don't just jump over to another country. As passport brothers, we could travel to other countries, but if we want to live in another country, we got to take our time and be methodic with it. So we're trying to decide on, is it going to be Italy? Is it going to be Portugal? Is it going to be Spain? That region we're kind of like glancing, looking at. I'm a Portugal man. Like I said, there's a huge population of positive African Americans that are there, as well as a strong African population, and one of the world's largest Afro celebrations takes place in Lisbon, Portugal every year. So it's a strong community of blacks coming from the United States and coming from Africa into one location, and that's Portugal. So I'm excited about that, but we're looking at other countries as well. Yes, sir. And shout out to my man Azrael, first of his name. And he says, I recommend Portugal. Yeah. So we got our trip coming up in regards to that, and that's going to be early next year, but we're going to do our South American tour this fall. So we're going to be touring South America. So you guys are going to be seeing that footage in regards to that. Let's get back to hearing what these sisters have to say. He says, Spain would be best in your wife's language to handle things. But you know something, it's kind of funny, MJ, when we were, no matter what country we went to, even when we were in France, we were good. We were good. So, and to, you know, for Andrea, she wants to learn another language too. So Portuguese could be a good language for her to pick up as well. My man Timothy says this. He says, I was pulled over by a cop a cop speeding just to slow down. I turned right, but was going to keep straight. I got out and I told him, I just got off work. You sped up. And it was second shift. And I was pissed. And he apologized. Yeah, I follow a black YouTube couple in Portugal as well. Really nice couple. I'm trying to get them on the show too, an older couple. Happy Father's Day to all you dads out there. The drinks are dedicated to all you dads and granddads, mentors and volunteers in the community. Shout out to all you dads out there. Let's get back to the video.
I would be here all day if I was telling you all the experiences that I had with racism in the United States. Really, from being followed in stores to being pulled over by police for no reason, to not being offered a job. I'll be here all the day. explaining to you on a daily basis what it is like to be Black in America.
I feel much more connected, and I look at people and I say, oh my goodness, that could have been, these people could be related to me. These people probably knew my grandmother's grandmother's grandmother.
If I'm honest with myself, I wasn't living in America. I was doing in America. I could hardly breathe.
If we take a horse and from one country to another country.
Before he goes
nothing here.
I'm sorry, guys. That was my fault. We were about right here. The sister said this, and I want guys to put a 1 in the comment section. If you agree or disagree, you can put a 2. She said, I was not living in America. I was doing in America. I was not living in America. I was doing in America. Yeah, Our Rich Journey. That was me. I had the car, the truck. I'm living in Florida, the beach life, all the ladies I could handle from different parts of the world, the money. I could hang out. I could go to Georgia all I wanted to. I can go to Miami all I wanted to. I'm living in Orlando and Tampa. And there was just something missing. And it was called life. I was literally doing. I was always doing something as far as the work hours. I was always doing something. But even though, you go to the gym and you see the results, it's just, that ain't it. So you go do something else. Well, let me go get a girlfriend. Oh, that ain't it. Okay. Well, let me start drinking. Oh, that ain't it. Some of y'all like, let me smoke some weed. And you're like, oh, that ain't it. All you are doing in the United States. And we love the United States. That's the part that probably frustrates you the most, because you love the history of the country, how all that is accomplished in less than 500 years. You got countries that are thousands of years old that hasn't accomplished an inkling compared to what the United States has accomplished by allowing so many different cultures from around the world to come together under one umbrella. And with the mindset that we all have together, we've accomplished something in less than 500 years. And the number one group that has its thumbprint on the United States more than anybody are people of color. We built the White House, dang it. What they couldn't finish inventing, we finished inventing. There would not be a light bulb if it wasn't for brothers. No matter how much Thomas Edison wanted to put out the light bulb, just couldn't be done without the brother creating the wiring on the inside. But then at the same time, you feel so frustrated that all you're doing is doing. You're buying, you're spending, you make money, you spend it. Bills upon bills upon bills. And then when you go to other countries, what pisses you off the most is when you go visit another country for the same electricity that you're paying $90 to $200, $300 for in the States. You see somebody else paying $13, $15, $25 for the same electrical currents that's in the universe. The same water, the same picking up of trash, the same gas. Gas, guess what? When you turn on your stove, guess what? The gas in the United States smells just like the gas in Colombia. When you go to the gas station, the gasoline smell is the same gasoline smell that you get in the United States. And yet you're paying almost 4, 5. At one point in time, you guys were paying almost $8, $9 a gallon in California for the same gasoline that I pay for to fill up my SUV. I was just looking at the gas today. We put premium in our vehicle, right? Premium, top of the line gasoline in Colombia, $1.80 a gallon. I think it's like $1.83, $1.85. $1.85 a gallon for the exact, that's probably what frustrates you the most. You go to other countries, you go to DR, the gas doesn't cost that much. You go to Colombia, they're not killing you on gas. Now, Europe, yeah, you get killed on gas in Europe. However, Europe has a monorail and train system and subway system that's so advanced that you could take a train to 15 different countries and you're not missing out on it. Take it from us. We did it. That's what frustrates you about the country that we love so much, because you love the country so much, but at the same time, you know that it's. I tell people this about us back home in the States. It is almost like we're going through domestic violence and we don't want to admit it. I'm not talking about physical violence. I'm not talking about verbal violence. I'm talking about economic domestic violence. To where you love someone so much, you love a country so much, you support a country so much, but every time you look in your wallet, you got a black eye. Every time you pay a bill, you got a busted lip. Every time you want to put your kid into a program or put your kid through college, you got a sores or choke marks on your neck economically. But at the same time, you love her. You love her. Some of you guys go to other countries, and I'm going to go back to the video. Some of us go to other countries and we feel like we're cheating on the United States, don't we? You feel like because you're having a good time with your US dollars and you enjoying yourself, even if you're on a vacation, you feel like you're cheating on the United States, the black community, who told you that you're crazy for going to Colombia. It's dangerous to go to Brazil. Why are you going all the way out there to Thailand? Who you know out there? You're going to Europe. That's crazy. Why are you going to Portugal, Spain? You're going to Guyana. You going to Ghana also? The same people that you love in the same country you love so much makes you feel like you're going through survivor's guilt. Like you're the only, come on guys, I've gone through survivor's guilt when I left the United States, knowing that I was leaving family back there to pay $4-5 gallon gas for gas. Knowing that when I came to Colombia, gas was only like $1.30 per gallon. Let's get back to the video, because I'm not trying to be preachy, but I'm just saying, guys. Let me hit the super chat real quick. Shout out to you, brother. At your wife's house all day in the building with the $10. He said, salute, Andre. He said, I'm retired at 22. He said, retired 22 years, naval vet, living in Pattaya. Man, shout out to you, brother. Get that man a hand clap. Get that man a hand clap and the passport song. Get that man a passport song. He said, I lost a lot of my friends and family once they knew I was living abroad. My life, my choice. Absolutely correct. I did too. I just recently lost my right hand dude. You know why? He actually asked me for money as if I was still there in the States with him. I didn't have no money, no problem sending money to the States. Never had no problem with that. But it was the fact that there's a group of 5 of us that were really close friends, and he and I were the closest ones. And when I said to he said, hey, Dre, I need about 500. I said, aren't you in the States? That means that there's 3 more of us that are still there. I'm the 5th guy. Why are you asking? You wait a minute. You're asking me from another continent. Dude, I'm not right. It's not like when we were next to each other at the factory or the foundry. It's not like when we were next to each other when we were riding motorcycles in the motorcycle clubs. It's not like we were next to each other when we were smashing chicks or greeting, hanging out with chicks in the nightclubs. Bruh, I am in another country on another continent. It's been 6 years. I've only been back 1 time. And you asking me, and never heard from the brother again. Always heard from the brother, never heard from him again. You will lose. This is guaranteed. You will lose family members and friends in this endeavor. You might as well be ready for the sacrifice. And the ones that you think that you won't lose, those are the main ones that will turn on you. And I want you to think about that. No, my grandmama would never do it. Okay. Grandma may not turn her back on you as far as being her grandchild, but as far as like you may talk to grandma every other week, them days gonna be long in between. It's gonna be like every other month, and then all of a sudden it's gonna get thinner and thinner and thinner. And grandma don't mean to do it, but it's just out of sight, out of mind. Shout out to Uriah, my favorite Bible name. Salute to Dre and everyone in the chat. Chat lives matters. He said, happy Father's Day, brethren. Happy Father's Day to all you guys out there. We're doing Father's Day drink in hand. He say late, but here for the good stuff. He say looking forward to the final of my exit strategy. Shout out to you, brother. Yes, sir. One step at a time. Let's get back to the video. We got 227 people in here. Make sure you click that like button. We really do like you. Make sure you like us too.
I could hardly breathe.
If we take a horse and from one country to another country, right? Say if it's an African horse or an African elephant, and you take it to a circus or a zoo in somewhere in America, does the child of that elephant all of a sudden not belong to where the mother or father of that elephant came from? No, that elephant has a home too. And for me, Kenya, Africa was, always will be home in terms of this lifetime.
Absolutely correct. We're about to come over with Corey again.
There are some places where you can have dual citizenship if you want to come back here and see.
Now, I want to pause for a split second. Let's look at Corey. When was the last time you saw Corey look this serious? When was the last time you saw Corey Holcomb looking this serious? So when this brother says, I'm moving, I'm not staying here, these are not jokes. He's not playing. He's not kidding. Some of your family members are going to be thinking that you joking. Some of your friends and some of your coworkers are going to think you joking and you playing. My coworkers and my friends thought I was on joke time when I said I'm moving to South America. I mean, you just talking, man. You ain't moving no South America. You crazy, man. Ain't Pablo down there? Yeah, in 1994. Man, you ain't serious. Just like guys aren't going to take Corey serious, you're going to have family members and friends that are not going to take you serious. So be prepared for it. Don't trip if it happens. Let's get back to Corey.
People, because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just be coming back here seeing my people. But I know ain't shit out here for black people. I heard they doing something in Chicago public schools that is absolutely insane. I'm not talking about the story now because I haven't done all the research, but I know they are taking all rights away from people in places where Caucasian people are in charge. They're taking all the rights. And they're in charge of a lot of shit. That's why I'm glad the people in Africa are starting to take their shit back, because there's so many black people in Africa that they actually can take shit back. But we know that this wicked beast that we always talk about will try and purge on Africa after a while.
Absolutely correct, Corey. Absolutely.
America is not in reality the way it has been presented to most of the world. And now I think most of the world is beginning to see that. If you're from the continent.
Let's pause right there. She made a great statement. I'm going to bring that beat back what she just said.
America is not in reality the way it has been presented to most of the world. And now I think most.
Before she goes any further, put a 1 in a comment or 2 in a comment. Put a 1 in the comment section if you believe what she just said. America is not the country that has actually been presented to the world. Put a 1 in the comment section if you think that. I do. Put a 2 in the comment section if you think that the America that most of the world sees is the truth. I believe that America was what it was. I thought that we were 100% of who we were presenting ourselves to until I started traveling. And I started looking at our own country from the outside. Remember I said economic domestic violence? Once you leave that domestic violence, economic domestic violence situation, you start to see the person who was whooping your tail for who they really are. How many times have a woman left a man and finally realized who he actually is after she left him? How many times have we left a woman and we finally come to the reality of who she is and who she, we left her, but we really understood who she was once we left her, got out of her sphere. That's what happened to me with the United States. When I found out that the United States, I thought United States medical was number 1. No, it's not. It's number 69 in the world. I found out I thought America was one of the happiest countries in the world. America is not even the top 20 happiest countries in the world. I thought America was the strongest passport. America is not even the top 10 strongest passports. I'm sitting up here thinking that everybody in America got a few dollars. 51% of Americans don't even have $500 in their bank accounts. 36% of men, just men alone in America, no matter what race, color, creed, you don't even have $100 to $500 in your bank account. 36% of grown men. But you don't see it when you in that domestic violence, that economic domestic violence situation. Why you getting your ass whooped economically and you got them black eyes and you steady telling the United States, oh, but I love you, girl. I love you. I'm going to pay the bills. I love you. Your credit card bills are going up. College debt is going up. Rent is going up. Medical bills are going up. America ranks number 1 as far as the price that you pay for medical, number 69 as far as the care that you get. My copay, I always say this, my copay every time I go to a doctor here in South America, 84 cents. 84 cents I pay for a medical exam. And for both surgeries that I've had, I've only paid $0 for 2 surgeries in 1 month. Remember I had that surgery on my throat and then I had colon surgery and they wanted to make sure that I didn't have any form of colon cancer. 0. For my teeth, it would have been $15,000 to $20,000 to get my teeth done in the United States. Here in Colombia, my first set of veneers were $1,000. The second set of veneers, these were absolutely free. Well, how'd you get those veneers for free? Because our dentists need a couple to be the sponsor or the spokespeople for her dentistry. So she called me and Andre and said, listen, I got some veneers that will cost $25,000 in the States. I will give it to you and Andrea absolutely free. All you have to do is be the spokesperson for our services across the country. So now we're the spokespeople across Colombia for our dentists. These veneers, $10,000 would be $10,000 in Colombia if I paid for them, and be well worth it because it'd be $25,000 if they were in the States. I know men that have actually gotten cancer surgery. One guy, I told you guys about this. One guy I met while I was having coffee. Two dudes I know came from the States after they got diagnosed with cancer. Instead of getting the chemo and the therapy in the States and going broke as older men, they said, I'm going to South America. They came on down, one with the Medellin, one with the Cali. And the one that I met in Cali, he said it would have cost me just the copay, $12,000 for my surgery. I said, well, how much did you pay for your surgery here? He said, with my medical exams, with my medication, with my post-op, everything. He said, including the surgery, $1,200 cash. $1,200 for cancer surgery. And Colombia ranks number 36 in the world. Just in case you guys are wondering where Colombia ranks. United States ranks for medical number 69, and Colombia ranks number 36. Just in case you were wondering. You've got Americans coming down here talking about, can I get some referrals from some of your clients to make sure that you give good dentistry? Can I get some referrals from other people that have actually had surgery here in Colombia? So, because I want to, no, the country that you need the referrals from is your own damn country. Oh, the buildings look so beautiful. The hospitals look so great in the United States. And because all our hospitals look so great, you don't realize you're paying for all that. Me and Andrea pay for our medical, the top-notch, best medical in Colombia, $100 a month. And the way our medical insurance is set up, if we had 10, 15 kids, guess how much we pay for medical? The best of the best. $100 a month. Some of y'all pay more than $100 per paycheck for that raggedy medical insurance that you got back home, that you still got to pay deductibles before you even get a chance to use that insurance. This is what my point is, and this is what these brothers and sisters' point is not the places that you're going to, it's the benefits that you get when you get to these places. And that's what Corey is saying. And what these people are saying right now, the first benefit that you get is a peace of mind. Peace. The black person stress, you ain't got the care. Good story. My Uncle Jeffrey, Ghostface. Jeffrey had just moved to Tampa. And you know, I had been in Tampa for a couple years. And I'm watching Jeffrey walk. He's coming from Detroit. And I'm watching Jeffrey walk. And I stopped Jeffrey one day after about 4 days. I say, Jeff, you ain't got to do that no more. He said, what you talking about? I said, you walking like you still on the east side of Detroit. I say, you free now, brother. We ain't got to walk like that no more. It took my uncle and it took me about a month or two to realize subconsciously we were no longer up north in Detroit or Chicago or Cleveland. We walk like it. We move like it. Our spidey senses and instincts were like we were still back. It took a minute. I'm looking at him and I recognize it. I say, bruh, Jeff, you ain't got to walk like that. That chip on your shoulder, that east side, let it go. Let it go, brother. That's the same thing I say to a lot of you guys. When you come to these other countries, I know it's hard to realize that you can actually be free and have peace. And when these cameras go off, Andre can take this drink, walk out on my balcony, watch the little kids play in the pool, or watch the rest of us older people. 2 floors up from us. 2 floors up from us is a brother and a Latin chick, his wife, beautiful couple, moved to Colombia 3 years ago. Her family came down to visit. Now they're moving down from the States. We all had a couples night the other night and watched the NBA basketball game. And we live in one of the best, safest areas and it's no problem. And you got peace. I got a rocking chair out there. Me and Andre got our little rocking chair on the balcony. We got the little table so we can have our little coffee and tea in the morning, watching everybody else drive to work. That's what our point is, guys. But let's get back to the video because I don't want to hold you guys up. But I want you to hear what these brothers and sisters are saying. Once again, don't get caught up on where they're going, but get caught up on why they're going. And maybe it may resonate with you. So let's get started.
Most of the world is beginning to see that. If you're from the continent and you want to go to America, I feel like you should probably rethink that and think about rebuilding what you have here, because what you have here is so much more beautiful and magnificent than what you could ever find somewhere else.
When I say that I'm home, I'm truly home. Because when I come through immigration and they asked me, they said, "Oh, why are you here?" I said, "Oh, I'm home."
Life here is much more relaxed, laid back. Honestly, everywhere I've been on the continent so far, I feel much more safe here than I ever felt in the United States.
If I have a choice in the matter, no, I would not move back there.
He said, if I had a choice in the matter,
somebody said Ghana. I'm moving to Thailand. I'm moving to Thailand. I'm moving to Thailand. I know somebody who moved to Thailand and they got a special night where people from the States, black people from the States, got a club out there where they be dancing and shit like that. So,
oh yeah, I like that type of shit.
I'm saying, like, when you go different places, you can network and meet people like yourself because we're spread all over the world. But when I say America has nothing for you, there's nothing here for you.
I want to go back on that
night where people.
There we go. Let's listen.
Somebody said Ghana. I'm moving to Thailand. I'm moving to Thailand. I'm moving to Thailand. I know somebody who moved to Thailand and they got a special night where people from the States, black people from the States, got a club out there where they be dancing and shit like that. So,
oh yeah, I like that type of shit.
I'm saying, like, when you go different places, you can network and meet people like yourself because we're spread all over the world. But when I say America has nothing for you, there's nothing here for you.
A lot of our brothers and sisters in the States beg to differ, and I don't blame them. Now we're not done with the video, but I don't blame brothers and sisters. The majority aren't going anywhere. The majority don't have passports. The majority of Americans aren't going anywhere. What is our channel dedicated to? I continue to mention this. Our channel is dedicated to those of you who are at the fork in the road and you don't know whether you want to go or stay. Our channel is dedicated to those of you who are vacationers and relocators. We're dedicated to let you understand that there's a difference between the two. Never choose the country that you want to move to with the mindset of your vacation you'll be disappointed. Give you an example. A lot of guys vacation in Medellin or Cartagena, Colombia. A lot of guys vacation in Sosúa, Dominican Republic. But when they want to relocate, a lot of guys relocate to Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, or Santiago or Puerto Plata, other areas, and not Sosúa, because they're relocating now, not just vacationing. Same thing with me. Instead of moving to Cartagena or to Medellin, we decided, I was like, I'm not living a vacation, I'm relocating. So let me find a city for a person that relocates. So I chose Bogota. Some of you do relocate to Medellin and Cartagena. Nothing wrong with that, but don't get it mixed up between the two. That's what this channel is dedicated to. Always to help you guys and ladies who are standing there in the fork of the road and you freaking scared to death and you don't know if anybody's on your side. Are you making the right decision of thinking about moving to another country? Can it actually happen? I see other people doing it, but I can't do it. I don't have that much money. Remember, guys, I did all this with $20,000 for my 401k. I had $20,000 to $30,000. I said $30,000 at most in an online job. I had $30,000. That was it. I had a small little online job. I gave up a job in which I was making $87,000 a year as a college recruiter. I had been doing it for 20 years. I'm making really good money. I like Bogota too. But at the end of the day, I followed that fork. I didn't want to live life with the regret that if I got older, what would have happened? I've lived in the United States before, so I knew that part. But what if I had tried in another country? What if? And so our channel was dedicated to those what if moments. But let's go back to the video.
Been a victim of police brutality from a very early age. 11 years old, walking with a friend of mine in London, 2 white officers approached me directly, stepped on my toes and said, "Why am I walking with a white person?" and headbutt me in my face. And I was only 11 years old at the time. After slavery, it's been a long time after colonization. Things need to change, and the only way it can happen is if the diasporans move back.
Absolutely.
Life here in Uganda is much more manageable than life was in America. In America, I constantly felt on pressure. I constantly felt stressed because I always have to make ends meet. I wouldn't even be able to enjoy my paycheck. Oftentimes, I wouldn't even get days off because I'm constantly working and I'm constantly trying to prove my worth in a country that has basically made my people look like we are worthless.
You see diaspora leaving America. Many people think that it's about running away from what's going on in the US. And I think more so it should be more thought about going after who you are and what you're for, not what you're against.
He's absolutely correct. A lot of times people in the United States, to make themselves feel good, shout out to Our Country, 'Tis of Thee. To make themselves feel good, they'll say, well, you running away. You're just running away from the States. You're running away from the community. You're just a coward. You're just running away. This brother is absolutely correct. We're not running away. We're going to. We're going to places that give us peace. We're going to places that give us respect. We're going to places that we don't feel as much stress. Life is stressful enough, but to add stressors on top of stressors, unnecessary stressors. Let me put it like this. Times can get tight for me and Andre in Colombia. Let's say times got tight. Channels fell off or other business ventures fell off. Times got tight. It ain't never going to be as tight as it is in the United States. The amount that you pay here in Colombia, as I mentioned to you guys earlier this week, our apartment here in Colombia. Let me see if I have anything on our apartment. Our apartment here in Colombia, a 3-bedroom, upper middle class, really nice place, would go $8,300 in New York. It says, they say in order to live in Colombia, you would have to spend at least $11,000 per month to live the life in the that same life that in the United States that you're living in Colombia. That is crazy. That is crazy. So let me see if I can pull this up for you guys while you're here. But we're going to get back to the video in a second. We're going to get back to the video in a second. Shout out to you guys. because this is something important I want you guys to see. Here we go. Thank you guys for your patience. Let's see if I can get this pulled up. Okay, here we go. This is our home. We just moved in just a couple weeks ago. This is our home. That's Andrea's studio. That is, oh, let me see something. I guess I thought I had the video. Give me a second. There's a point that I'm trying to prove and show you guys. Okay, let me just show you our neighborhood first. I want to show you that video first. Add to stage. Let you guys see our neighborhood. This is what you get for $600 a month. The beautiful mountains of Cali, Colombia. You don't see anybody with a raggedy car, broken down vehicles. You don't see any vehicles on bricks. You don't see anything that's raggedy. You see well-maintained foliage. We got 2 parking areas. We've got a parking area on the inside as well as a parking area that we have on the outside. This is only $600+ a month. Once again, no violence. It's quiet. The most you'll hear are the kids that's at the swimming pool. Once again, our area, if it was in the United States, and our apartment would be $8,300 a month in certain states. So this is going towards the elevator. Like I said, the lights automatically turn on when you walk into the hallway. Nothing about our building is raggedy, beat up, old. I'm going to walk you guys downstairs into the parking garage. Frank says, I pay, shout out to Frank. Frank says, I pay $1,200 for my studio in San Francisco. You guys already know I'm coming with the receipts. So like I said, we got a parking garage on the outside as well as on the inside. That's the parking ramp. Security guards are on the other side. There's a security desk to let you in and out of our building. So we're going to walk over to where we're going to get back to the movie, but I want you guys to see what you can get in South America so you don't go by those rumor mills. Some people can talk good, but they don't show no receipts about what they live at and the life that they have in another country. I'm showing you literally, once these cameras go off, the life that we live here in South America. Now, as you can tell, I purposely let you guys see that the lights turn on as I walk. Now we're walking over to our truck, our SUV. Our SUV is called in South America, Captiva. In the United States, it's called an Equinox. So just in case you guys wonder what type of vehicle we had in the United States, it would be called the Equinox. So we have that's our inside parking, and we have outside parking. So now I'm going to walk you guys towards our apartment. So we're walking back out of the parking garage. All of this is in Zone 6 in Colombia. And as you guys know, Colombia, just like the United States, most people don't know this about the United States. Each city is broken down into regions. The higher up the city, $300 a month in, I kid you not, $300 a month in Colombia. Remember, our other apartment was only like $300 and something. We came in, I got my apartment that we were in for 5 years for $320 a month. And we were in the suburbs here in Colombia. We're only 500. We're only 5 to 10 minutes away from where we lived before. Those shopping carts right there, you can get those shopping carts because right around the corner is Costco's, which is called Price Mart in Colombia. So instead of driving around the corner, a lot of the older ladies just get a shopping cart and they just walk around the corner to Costco's. Just to let you guys see again, right there, that little square box at the top right, that's where you put your trash. That's your boy walking into the... There's always some type of event that's taking place. I'm trying to see the third world part. Can you guys see anything about what I showed you as third world? Is there anything that I've been showing you so far about where we live? Is it third world? But the United States will have you thinking that the rest of the world is third world. Is that elevated third world? Or wait a minute. What about all the cars that were in our parking lot? Were they third world? Now let's get ready to go to the next video. Give me a second. I'm going to pull that up. Give me a second so I can pull up the next video for us. Give me a second. I think this is the one that's showing the swimming pool. Give me a second. I'm trying to pull it all up. Give you the right video. Thank you guys for your patience, by the way. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm trying to show you guys the videos in which we have okay, let me go back here. Let's see here. That's only 23 seconds. That's only 21 seconds. Well, let's see. That's 22 seconds. Thank you guys for your patience. I'm trying to show you guys the full scale of the apartment. And I thought I sent it to myself. I'm trying to make sure let me see. See this one. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, that's the studio. You guys, for you guys that wonder what the studio looks like when what the studio looks like from the other side. Now you guys see what the whole studio looks like, what you don't see. So you guys just see me, but now you get a chance to see what the whole thing looks like. He said, you aren't aware of the war on drugs that they fight. Yes. In these their sectors. What war on drugs are you talking about? You can't be talking about Colombia. You do not tell me you're talking about war on drugs in Colombia. In our area. Stop it, man. That's like asking Paris Hilton, are you realize the war on drugs in New York? Do you think that Paris Hilton lives in any area that's near a war on drugs in New York? What about Jay-Z? You think Jay-Z now lives in any area of New York there's a war on drugs? So he knows nothing about it. Just like Paris Hilton doesn't know anything about a war on drugs, and just like Andre can't tell you anything about that cologne collection, can't tell you about anything about the war on drugs. Yeah, look at that cologne. Shout out to you guys. Let me hit some of these super chats while we're watching this. My man Dapper says this. He says, "Happy Father's Day, y'all." He said, "Andre, you're one of the reasons why I am in the process of changing careers, where this career will allow me to work 4 to 5 months and get 4 months paid vacation." That's not bad. Out of the matrix. That's not bad. I'll often say this, and I mean this, guys. Make the United States your second home. Maybe you may find a job where you work 6 months in the States and 6 months out, or 8 months in the States and 4 months you're out of the States. You don't have to completely move outside the States immediately. You may have a job that allowed you to be out the States certain amount of times of the year, and certain times of the year you're in the States. So we're looking at the studio right there, my closet space, where I have all my clothes. And then all my suits and all that other stuff goes on the other side. I'm going to be hanging up my hats. Got my closets, got my drawers and so forth. Shout out to Uriah once again. He's gifted someone with a membership. Shout out to you, Uriah. So you guys get a chance to see. Have you seen anything third world about the life that I'm living for $600? Anything that I've shown you on my receipts. See, other people just talking. That's the one. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. That's the reason why I like Flyboy Way Fresh. He's always showing receipts. He's always showing receipts. So we're heading out here to the master bedroom. Where Andre and I are. Now we got a California king bed. Our bed is huge. That is not a small bed at all. We're about to get some new bedding for our bed as well now that we moved into the new apartment. So it's a huge room. You guys can see the swimming pool outside the window. Just wanted to let you guys see when I sit back and say the swimming pool is out there. $600 a month in the suburbs. All the way on the other side, you got the Andre and Andrea photos. My last piece of statue that I purchased in the States way back in the day. And then you got Andrea's bathroom. She's got the main bathroom. I've got the other bathroom as we walk out. So as we walk out, past Andrea's closets, past Andrea's studio. We're going to create a whole studio for her, so she'll have her own studio that's set up like this one. But since we're just moving, she was still unpacking a lot of stuff. Shout out to Andrea and her little studio. This is the bathroom right here where I am. $600 a month. I'm going to keep on emphasizing that. This is where we keep all the linen. This is where we keep all the, this is so large that you can keep all of the Christmas stuff. Y'all don't see any beat up walls or doors falling off the hinges. We're not living in the jungle. Once again, the studio. And then I thought I had some videos of the living room area. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to pull up the living room area. And we're going to get back to the video, but I just want you guys to see. Want to let you guys see that. Let's see what this one is. I think this one might be the living room one. Oh, that one just showing you. Oh, okay. This one right here just shows you a part. Let's go back outside for a second. Let me show you guys the outside once again. Move me out of the way. And right here, as we're walking outside again, you can see the security gate. So this is security office. This is where all our mail comes. This is where if we get a Rappi package, you know, in other words, DoorDash, they deliver it right there. Right here, I pause because I want you guys to see that's how you get in and out the gate, but it also shows you that we have a park across the street. So if we want to go to the park, we just want to sit in the park, people are walking their dogs and everything, we can enjoy the park that's across the street. We're high up enough where we get a cool breeze. Let me see if I can find the other. I could have sworn I sent myself the other ones. Let's see. Okay, this is a little bit of it. Let's go to this one. Let's go back here. Move me out of the way. And let's go down here. So I'm going to pull this back again. So we had just got our dining room table delivered. We had the upholstery custom made to match the couches and everything. We're going to be donating this suitcase right here. So that is the living room. That's the dining room. And we have another living room section where we have our television. So let's get back to Corey. So I thought I had all the other videos for you guys, but I guess I didn't say. Oh, well, let's see. Let's see. Let's go back. There we go. This is a quick video right here. Andrea made breakfast for me. Just enjoying a good breakfast that morning. So these are the reasons why many of us who are of African American descent are moving to other countries, because we do get a bang for our buck. Before we go further with the video, let's hit the super chats. My man Jay in the building. Shout out to Jay being here. He said, I can 100% vouch for what Andre is saying. He said, my wife and I have the same apartment configuration in Medellin. He say, for a similar price. He say it's a 90%. He says 90% non-expat community. That's our area. It's like a few of us expats live here, but not too many. Absolutely correct, brother. Black Nubian wants to the bill once again. He said I couldn't get that for $600 for a weekend here in the States. Shout out to my man Richie. I mean, shout out to my man Timothy. He said, sorry, Richie. You have my nose wide open about Thailand with the he said with the edits and drones. Shout out to my man Richie Mack. He said, no drones, no edits. Andre has my nose wide open about Colombia. Let's go. Shout out to you. And shout out to our sponsor for today, my man, Sin City in the building, Sly. Shout out to Sly, man. Sly showing a $200 love. Appreciate you, brother, for being here, man. I really do. I appreciate all you guys being here. We got an interview that's coming up in a couple of weeks with Anton, not Anton Daniels, we already did Anton, with O'Shea Duke Jackson. I'm going to be doing an interview with him. I don't know if we're going to be doing it live or not, but I got an interview that I got coming up with him. I've got an interview coming up with Serena Brooks. She's the German lady that's on YouTube, that's been blowing up on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. And she's married to a brother from the States, a passport bro, and she does a bunch of passport bro videos. And so I'll be doing an interview with her. And so definitely got a few interviews coming down the turnpike. I'm trying to get Crimson Cure on here in the next few weeks as well. So make sure you guys continue to support the channel. We got 222 people in here. Let's continue on with the video. But I just wanted to show you guys the receipts of my life, so you guys get a chance to see. Your boy Andre was able to come to South America with 30,000. I was able to flip that to almost $500,000 in 5 years. We have our vehicles. Everything is taken care of. We're living the life that we deserve to have. We're still traveling around the world. We're looking to have children next year. All the things that many of us men and women of color, especially, shout out to my white brothers and sisters, but this is our moment in time. Everything that most of us brothers and sisters really want, this is what I'm trying to show us, that I'm not somebody special. We all can accomplish this, even though I know most of us won't leave. But like I said, this channel is dedicated to those of us that are in the fork of the road and wondering, should I go for it or I shouldn't? Like I mentioned before, what my decision was, I already knew what life in the United States was. I did it for 50 years. Let me see what this other side of life had to offer me. And and as a passport user, I knew that if Colombia didn't work out, guess what? Brazil was right there. Chile was right there. Europe was right there. Africa was waiting for me. Asia was waiting for me. I didn't have to think about going back to the United States. There were too many continents to go to before I even blank to decide to go back to the United States. And so it is with many of you. Let's continue on with this wonderful video. Let me put me over here and let's continue on. Thanks again, Shy City, Chi-Town himself. Let's see. Was that the end of it? That couldn't have been the end of it. Yep, that was the end of it. Okay, so that was the end of that particular
what
video.
I have dealt with my entire life.
So it wasn't.
So I can choose a different country if need be, but there is no reason for me to have to go back to America to face what I have dealt with my entire life.
I don't anticipate ever moving back to America because I really feel at home where I am.
Look, this is what I tell people. I ain't never going back.
Look at that fist. When you guys hear me say I ain't never going back except to visit, and that's what Corey said. Corey said, I will come back to visit family and friends. There's nothing wrong with that. Once you leave America, you do not have to give up your citizenship. You don't have to give, it's not like you got to give up your family. It's not like you have to give up your friends. All you're doing is expanding your opportunities of family, friends. I'm sitting back today, Father's Day celebration. And I'm sitting up there, and Andrea's mom and dad are in the living room, and her brother Camilo, and me and Andrea, and all of us are just sitting around talking, right? With my broken Spanish, yes. And I thought to myself, I've got 2 real families now. My sister, my brothers back home in the state. My sister and brother are back home in the state. My uncle Jeffrey back in the States in Tampa. He's going to be coming back down here again. But my family that I've established here and my friends that I've established here in South America, like real family, real friends. Not like, oh, they're like that because you're with Andrea. Listen, if me and Andrea weren't together, they would still be there for me. And they've already informed me of this. Real family, real friends. I do not feel lonely. I had a lot of lonely moments in the States. Even though I had a lot of women, I had a lot of lonely moments. I don't have those out here. Because as you well know, when you're in other country, you're so busy learning stuff and establishing stuff and discovering stuff that you really don't have to have a true lonely moment. But in the United States, I did have a few lonely moments, especially when I was being on monk mode while everybody else was still going out to the club. I'm at home watching Taylor Made Dreams, watching Ace Live, watching Flyboy Way, watching I Am Mawa. I'm at home. It wasn't always easy to be at home when I'm so used to being out and about, smashing this female that just flew to Florida, that female that just flew to Florida. I'm not out there anymore like that. So when you guys come on our channel on Friday nights, Saturday nights, Sunday nights, Wednesday nights, Thursday nights, I know what it's like to need to be and continue. Am I making the right decision? I need somebody to encourage me. That's why I show you my receipts, to keep you encouraged, not for bragging about me. These cameras go off. I'm still living here. But to encourage you, men and women, that you can do the same dang thing. And you ain't got to deal with the police back home anymore. You ain't got to deal with them high-ass taxes, them high-ass bills. What do you mean taxes, Dre? Remember, we get tax breaks as expats. Oh, the white people didn't tell us that. I didn't know about all that. You know what yesterday was? Yesterday was the day where expats had to have their taxes finished and filed. That's when we had to have our taxes finished. Wait a minute, Dre. Wait, pause. Taxes have to be done in April, right? April 15th. Oh, no, that's for y'all. If you don't live in the United States for up to 330 days of the year, your tax date, you automatically get a 2-month extension automatically. Our tax date is not till June 15th. Yours is April 15th. While y'all scurrying into the mailboxes in that long line of cars trying to get to the mailbox before 12 o'clock, that's y'all. We get an automatic 2-month extension. And statistics show over 98% of all expats don't have to pay federal taxes. Now, depending on your state, but many states give you such a little bit of a break too. Shout out to man D Payne. He say, what them cougars in Colombia looking like? Gorgeous. I'm going to say something that I never said before. And I mean this, and I'm serious. Do not take what I'm saying out of pocket. If I were a dude, D Payne, if I was a dude coming to Colombia and I were to use Tinder, Bumble, Colombian Cupid, Latin Cupid, and all those other dating apps, everybody I'd be dealing with would be over the age of 35. That's the secret formula of being successful on those apps. Okay. When the last time we saw DC Rob, Razor Ray, or any of us do a video and a dude got drugged in Colombia and the woman was over 35? 42. 45. This Colombia, you know how fine they stay, 49. Oh, not one video with DC Rob. He's ever did a video and the person looked like they was over 35. Nah, everybody looked younger than 35. Oh, yeah. If I were to do dating apps, all these gorgeous older women in Colombia, man, there is no way in heck I'm gonna waste my time with younger women on the apps. Now, face to face, that's one thing, but on the apps, no, I'm going for women that already got a car. She's mature. She got an apartment. If she did have a kid, that kid is like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 years old. Yes, D-Pain, I would be going for the cougars. There is no way in the world I'm going to put my life on the line trying to date somebody under 35 when the ones that are over 35 are just as fine and just as freaky. I got a partner that came down here. He's 60-something years old. His wife, notice I use the term wife now. His wife, fine as can be, in her early 40s. She was a Colombian supermodel since she was young. Now she's like the announcer at all the beauty pageants. He's just a regular everyday brother from the States. She speaks English as well as Espanol. Sweetest woman. We all went to the movies together. Sweetest woman. Well, y'all still running around trying to get them young gals. Nothing wrong with the young gals, but I'm telling y'all, my wife young, but my wife got an old soul. She act like she in her 50s. Andrea ain't even 30 yet. Digital Nomad says this. Shout out to Digital Nomad in the building with the $10. He said, "What's up?" He said, "It's Calvin." He said, "I need to set up a consultation." He said, "Plan to move with an online and 100K." Oh, that's not bad. Plan to move with an online job and one, man, that's good. Yeah, we need to talk, man. If you guys want to do any form of consultation with me, reach out to me on my email address and we'll schedule your consultation for you. For you guys that are coming down to Colombia for the Afro-Colombian Festival, let's see if I can pull that information up for you. Cali, Colombia Petronio Festival. For all you guys that are coming down to the Petronio Festival, I'm going to pull this up on the screen for you guys to see. This August, it is in August. Let me pull this right here. Move me out of the way. Okay, let's see. Pull this up on the screen. I'll even do a better one. Here we go. This is the Afro-Colombian Festival this August in Cali, Colombia. The Petronio Festival. This was last year. I'm talking about when you first walk in, this is what you're going to see. The music festival is from the 14th through this last year's date. But this year is from the 14th, which is that Wednesday, through the 19th, which is the following Monday. Of course, in Colombia, it's a holiday. And you see the amount of people at the concert. This is not a game in Colombia. We're talking about 300,000 people, over 40 to 50 different concert performers battling. This is not just a regular concert. They're battling to win an award. They practice year round. Brothers and sisters from around the world are at the Petronio Festival. Y'all better ask somebody about Cali, Colombia. This is not a game. You want to see your brothers and sisters from around the world, from Brazil and from Colombia and from Africa. Look at it. And it's absolutely free. 5 days of concerts and great food, absolutely free. Now you pay for the food, of course. Oh, that's the La Feria Festival. That's in December right there. You ain't ready for that. Sisters from all over the world. Yep, and they come in, get their little hair wrapped, get their little cute hair wrapped. All your Latin sisters. This is our statue here in Cali, Colombia. Yes, for those of you that think that that's Brazil, that is not Brazil, that is here in Cali, Colombia. There are 3 statues of Christ in South America. The number one, of course, is in Rio, Brazil. Christ reigns is Rio, Brazil. Christ the Redeemer, or Cristo Rey, is in Cali, Colombia. And then there's one in Peru. There's one in Peru. So when I tell you that, dude, we went on a Wednesday night, it was like this. On the first night, Andre and I, like last year, we were like, well, you know, it's going to be empty. It's not going to be that many people here. So we get all of, man, the first night it was packed. You got people coming from everywhere for the Petronio Festival, bruh. So be ready to enjoy yourselves. And if you're coming down to Cali, Colombia, you're going to be, it's going to be the sisters. Yeah, they're going to be here, bruh. They are going to be here. Me and my boy was saying, we were saying, man, if they only charged everybody $1, you know how much money they would make in Cali? But it's in the city's budget. Petronio Festival is over 50 years old. Petronio Alvarez was Colombia's Bob Marley. Just in case you wonder, he was a musician, but he was a freedom fighter and fought for the rights of Afro-Colombians at the same time. That's how important this man is. The Afro-Colombian Festival is so big now, Petronio. Last year they celebrated it in the Essence Festival in New Orleans. And you guys know how big the Essence Festival is. They flew the winning performers of the Petronio Festival here in Cali. They flew them to New Orleans to perform in the Essence Festival. Then they sent them on December 17th to Washington, D.C. to perform. Then bro, you want to see a concert? They flew all of them to South Africa. And they performed in South Africa. Let me see if I can pull a photo of that. Petronio Alvarez Festival in South Africa. Let me see if I can find that. I'm just seeing the ones that they're just pulling up, the ones that are in Cali. But I can show you these. I can show you these photos of these performers. Let me make sure you guys can see that. Move me out of the way. And it also have business meetings as well. So don't just think that it's just all about the performers and everything. They also have a lot of workshops that they do too. A lot of workshops that take place during that time period. But y'all want to call Colombia third world, but they coming together and building businesses. Y'all keep on thinking what y'all thinking back in the States. looking down on your brothers and sisters in other countries. That's Colombia right there. That is all Colombia. The colors, the outfits, every dress that these women wear has a story behind it. It's not just, oh, it was that era and they were no, bruh. It's so much to learn about this country, bruh. So much to learn about this country. This continent known as South America. Yeah, you got to have your handkerchief. That's the vice president right there. That's the vice president of Colombia right there. That sister right here. I remember when she came. Yeah, you got to have your handkerchief. You're going to have a good time. So remember, I mentioned that is from we're going to be doing more videos on it. I'm going to show you some footage from when we went last year, because I want you guys to make it down to actually just enjoy this celebration of Blackness in South America, because they take their African roots and their Colombian roots extremely serious, to whereas in the States we kind of play with it and pretend like, you know, oh, it's Juneteenth, let's pretend like we from Africa or something. And no, not in Colombia. They're serious about their African roots as much as they are serious about their Colombian roots. Shout out to my man Terrell in the building. He said, happy Father's Day, everyone. This is a great topic. He said, it is great. It's good to see more and more people starting to realize this is true. He said, it is a better way of living outside of the mainland United States. And like I mentioned before, shout out to you again, Terrell. Look forward to you coming down in a few weeks again. He lives here. he down here. No, he live here. I don't want to hold you guys up too much because I know that it's going on 10:30. And I know in the States, you guys are, you know, you got to get ready to go to work in the morning. Tomorrow is a holiday here in Colombia. So Father's Day, you know, got a holiday that's right behind it. So a lot of you guys are going to be going out to the clubs tonight in Colombia, having a good time. This was pay weekend. It was pay weekend in Colombia. So I know the clubs was packed last night. And so you guys have a great time. And I got a new outro, not tonight, but I'll have it for Wednesday. I got all the videos set up. I just need to add the music, what music I want to add to it. So I got 2 new outros for you guys. I appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel, supporting the channel. Email me if you have any questions. Make sure that you email me. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything in the Cash App or Patreon. Appreciate you guys. I really do. All right, we'll find there. And make sure that you guys continue to support Black Male Media. So let's go watch somebody else's channel and support that person as well. Let's get ready for this outro. Let's see which one we're going to look at tonight. Let's see. We looked at the classical one. Let's go with this one. All right, we're gonna come back to that. I'm gonna bring that beat back to the beginning. Timothy had a good question. He said, "How many work days off during the festival?" Tim, are you talking about for those of you in the States or individuals here? We're gonna go back to the video, Uriah. I'm gonna bring that beat back all the way to the beginning. Okay, Tim, if you're talking about you guys in the States, if it were me, the Petronio Alvarez Festival starts on a Wednesday, ends on a Monday. Most people fly out that Sunday. Nobody really stays till that Monday. Oh, how many vacation days do we have? Oh, for the festival? Well, really, basically 4 from that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. If it were me, I'm going to let you guys give you a tip. If it were me and the Petronio Festival is starting on a Wednesday, I would fly in to Cali, Colombia on Sunday or Monday. I would fly in. Me personally, I fly in on Sunday because it's quieter. It's easier to get in and out of the airport. Ain't that much work traffic. Andre can come pick you up. We'll talk about that. So it's easier to get you to your Airbnb and get you through the malls because it ain't that much work traffic. So if it were me, I'd be coming on that Monday or that Sunday prior to the 14th of August. But me personally, I would say Sunday. I would leave personally on that Monday. The largest concert is on Sunday night. You came all the way to South America for the largest concert. Even though the other ones, Wednesday is full, Saturday is full, Thursday and Friday concerts packed. But that Sunday show, that's where you see 100,000, 200,000 people. That's where you saw that drone shot of all those people. That's usually on the Sunday show. So all the other shows, absolutely free, are packed. But I'm telling you, boy, that Sunday show is like, but by the time you get to Sunday, you might be like, oh, I done been to enough concerts. So even if you fly out Sunday and you miss the Sunday night show, you've been to enough concerts from Wednesday to Saturday. You've hung out with us because this is how it usually works. Okay, here we go. Real quick. Usually it works like this. You guys fly in, we all meet up, and then I have a 7-seater. So I usually sit back and say, okay, guys, where you guys going to? We're going to meet up at Club La Topa. So we're all going to the salsa club, having a good time. We get there like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, hang out Club La Topa till about 1. Then we come over here to Manga. Why? All the Manga clubs stay open. These are the best top-notch clubs in Cali. We come out this way because those clubs stay open till 6:30 in the morning. After that, we're going to go get some breakfast. After the breakfast, everybody disperse. And we might meet up like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, go back to the Petronio Festival. That's how we usually do it. Each day we hanging out. Hey, I'm kidding you not. By the time you guys go back home, I'll be so tired. But I had such a good time with so many of you guys coming down, and you'll meet all the other brothers that are down here. And then on Monday, that's another good thing. If you come here Sunday or Monday, remember I mentioned all of us who, not all, but many of us, like 20, 30 of us, we meet up at my boy's sports bar here in Cali, Colombia on Monday night. So it's an expat night. Then Tuesday nights is Gringo Tuesdays across Colombia. So all major cities in Colombia has what's called Gringo Tuesdays, where everybody meet up for drinks and from around the world, and locals come, things like that. Gringo Tuesday. So Monday is us Cali expat nights where all the fellas just meet up. Then Gringo Tuesday. And then on Wednesday is the concert and the food. Thursday is the same thing. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is the mega concert. Man, by the time, man, I'll be exhausted. Going back and forth to the airport with you dudes, pickups and drop-offs, then the consultations in betweens, and then I do all, for the month of August, I do all the footage and get that out of the way. Now, this year, I'm going to be doing some live streams from the Petronio Alvarez Festival. I'm going to do some live streams. So I'll be doing some afternoon live streams. I'll be doing some evening live streams from the Petronio Alvarez Festival. So I have my router with me to give me the Wi-Fi. So I have to burn through my phone's Wi-Fi, and I'll be live from the Petronio Alvarez Festival for you guys that can't make it. Okay. Good question, Timothy. Let's get back to this beautiful bean footage.
Perfect. Perfect.